Welcome back to Word Warehouse. Today, we'll explore more exciting English words that start with the letter W. From the loud woodpecker to the sneaky weasel. We'll learn their meanings, useful collocations, and many real examples to help you understand how these words are naturally used in English. Let's dive in.
Woodpecker, a bird that makes holes in trees with its beak. A woodpecker is hitting the tree with its beak. Wake up, to stop sleeping. I usually wake up at 7 a.m., but stay in bed until 7:30. I usually wake at 7 a.m. I wake up at 6 every day. He storm made me wake up in the middle of the night. The baby's crying made her wake up. Walkway, a path for people to walk on. The park has a wooden walkway. Wallow, to roll around or to enjoy something too much. The pig wallows in the mud.
Wallow in self-pity is used when someone spends too much time feeling sorry for themselves and focusing on their problems instead of trying to improve the situation. It usually has a negative meaning because it suggests staying in sadness or disappointment for too long. After losing his job, he spent weeks wallowing in self-pity instead of looking for a new one.
Walnut tree, a tree that produces walnuts. There is a big walnut tree in the garden. A wand is a magic stick used by wizards and witches in stories. In the Harry Potter books, every wizard gets a special wand to do spells. The magician waved his wand. The fairy waved her magic wand. Witch, a woman with magical powers in stories.
In stories about magic, a spell is a special set of words or actions that can make something magical happen. People often say, cast a spell, which means to use magic. Sometimes you also hear, do a spell, but cast a spell is more common and natural.
The witch cast a spell and turned the prince into a frog. Witchcraft, the practice of magic, especially by witches. In old times, people were afraid of witchcraft. A wizard is a man who uses magic. In stories, wizards cast spells, like Merlin or Harry Potter. Today, witch hunt is often used to describe an unfair campaign against someone, not about real witches. The politician claimed the investigation was just a witch hunt. Wane, to become weaker or smaller. His interest in the job began to wane. The moon is waning, and soon it will be a new moon. Wax, moon. When the moon seems to get bigger, the moon is waxing tonight.
The moon has 4 main phases. First, we see the new moon, when the sky looks dark. Then the moon starts waxing, or growing, until it becomes the full moon, bright and round. After that, the moon begins waning, or shrinking, until it disappears again. This cycle repeats every month. Shrink, to become smaller in size, amount, or importance. My sweater shrank in the washing machine. The company is shrinking. The ice is shrinking in the sun.
Warden, a person in charge of a prison or a place. The warden of the prison organized a new education program for the inmates. Warden, someone who guards or supervises a place. The forest warden checks that visitors follow the park rules. Warrant, official permission or document, usually from a judge. The police had a warrant to search the house. Warranty, a promise that a product will be repaired or replaced. The TV comes with a 2-year warranty. Waste, opportunity, to not use something in a good way. Don't waste this chance to learn. Watch, be careful of. To be careful about something. Watch the steps, they are slippery.
Watch your head. The doorway is very low. Watch your head. There's a pipe above you. Watch your step. The floor is wet. Watch your step. There's a small step near the entrance. Watch out! A car is coming! Watch out! The ball is coming your way.
Watery. When eyes have too many tears. His eyes were watery as he said goodbye to his son who was going to study abroad. Weakness for liking something too much. She has a weakness for chocolate. Wear out. To become unusable after too much use. He tires are completely worn out. We need new ones. Wear down. To gradually become weaker, smoother, or thinner because of use. The soles of my shoes are wearing down. The tires are starting to wear down, but they're still safe to use. Wedge. A piece of material to keep something in place. Put a wedge under the door. She bought a wedge of cheese at the market. A wedge of lemon is often added to drinks like water, tea, or cocktails.
A wedge of lemon is used in water or cocktails, while a slice of orange can decorate a drink. A potato wedge is a thick, triangular piece of potato, while a wedge of lemon is a triangular piece of fruit. A segment is a natural slice inside fruits like oranges or mandarins.
We ordered some potato wedges with ketchup. Weed. A plant growing where it is not wanted. The garden is full of weeds. Weed killer. A chemical that kills weeds. She sprayed weed killer on the path. Weekly, happening once a week. We have a weekly meeting. Weight. To lose, put on. How heavy someone is. She wants to lose weight. I put on weight during the holidays. Weigh down. To make heavy or cause trouble. The heavy backpack weighed her down. Responsibilities at work weighed him down. The decision weighed on him for days. Get well soon. A phrase said to sick people. I'm sorry you're sick. Get well soon.
Whim. A sudden idea or desire to do something without planning it. I don't really need it. It's just a whim.
She bought the toy on a whim. She bought the dress on a whim. They decided to travel to Paris on a whim. She treated herself to a spa day on a whim. She indulged herself with a spa day after a stressful week.
On a whim and indulge yourself can sometimes appear in similar situations, but they focus on different ideas. On a whim means doing something suddenly and without planning it, simply because you feel like doing it at that moment. Indulge yourself means giving yourself a treat or allowing yourself to enjoy something special. For example, she treated herself to a spa day on a whim. Treated herself shows the action of giving herself a reward, while on a whim explains that the decision was spontaneous. The word treat has different meanings in English depending on the context. It can mean behaving towards someone in a certain way, such as treat people with respect. It can also mean paying for something special for someone, as in, I'll treat you to dinner. As a noun, a treat is something enjoyable or special, like a reward or a small pleasure. In expressions such as give yourself a treat or treat yourself, it means giving yourself a reward or enjoying something nice as a special pleasure. This is why indulge yourself and treat yourself often have similar meanings. Whimsical, unusual, playful, or imaginative in a fun way. She writes whimsical stories. Picky, hard to satisfy because of having many preferences or being very selective. She is picky about clothes. She's very picky about watches, so even an expensive one may not be what she wants. Picky and fussy are similar because both describe someone who is difficult to satisfy, but they are used a little differently. Picky is more common in everyday English and usually describes someone who is very selective or has many preferences, especially about food, clothes, or choices. Fussy can also mean difficult to satisfy, but it often suggests complaining more or paying too much attention to small details. For example, a picky eater is someone who refuses many foods, while a fussy customer may complain because things are not exactly the way they want them.
This child is so picky. She never eats what he's supposed to and always wants something else.
Spoiled, child, a child who behaves badly because they are given too much and are not taught to be grateful or to accept limits. That child is so spoiled. If he doesn't get what he wants, he throws a tantrum. The weasel is a small, sneaky animal, and in English, its name appears in expressions like weasel out of something to avoid responsibility.
He tried to weasel out of doing his homework. The politician used weasel words to avoid giving a clear answer. Don't trust him, he's as sneaky as a weasel. Great job! Now you know even more useful and fun W words, from the woodpecker's pecking to the weasel's sneaky tricks. Keep practicing and see you in the next video from Word Warehouse.